Hey guys, and welcome back to the Club of the Blue Birds, where things have finally started, maybe, to turn around. We got some results that we've actually wanted, and so we're not in such a bad position at this point in time. Last month, obviously, was slightly disappointing. Obviously, Southampton and Wolves, we did not get a result that we wanted. We wanted at least one win from those two games, especially after the previous month, but it wasn't meant to be. Luckily, though, we had a good start to the season, so it didn't really hurt us too much. And then after that, we actually were able to beat Bournemouth 1-0, so not a great game, but Bournemouth are quite low in the league right now. They're not having a good season, and Ndidi got the goal. I have to just say that Ndidi right now, he is probably the best player we've ever bought. I think he's the best player at the club. We bought him obviously for like 20 million, and he's still really young, and he's really good. Definitely. I'm very happy with that, though. The most expensive player we bought, and he's obviously been worth it over these 2 seasons we've had him. It's always good when you're a club like Cardiff, spending that much money on one player obviously is a risk, because if it doesn't work, it's a massive waste of money. But obviously if it does work, it can be great. And I think Ndidi's been one of those examples of a really good player. In real life, I've not really watched him very much, but in this game, at least in FM 19, I think he's really good. Gonna have to put that out there, but yeah. So he won us that game. Then we played Swansea in the League Cup, and we got another 1-0 victory thanks to Kennedy very late on. In fact, the first half of this, Swansea were all over us. I was actually very worried at the first half because they were completely all over us. They probably should have scored in the first half. Then we went back out there. I made 1 or 2 changes, and we actually played a lot better. I don't know what happened in the first half, but they came back out in the second half. We proved Swansea wrong. We were the much better team in the second half, and we got the goal thanks to Kennedy. And we got another 1-0 victory, which is not great. Obviously, 2 1-0 victories, but you know, there's the sorts of results you need to get if you want to have a good season. Just win, basically. Though I have to admit, obviously 2 clean sheets there is obviously very good for us as well, so it's nice to see defence obviously can still perform. I think overall defence has been okay, but today we got 2 interesting games, one against Leicester first off, then after we got a game against West Ham, who are coming in a great season. We're also in the quarter-final of the League Cup against West Ham. So we are in the quarter-final. If we can beat West Ham, it could be really good, because actually currently the quarterfinals look very interesting. We've got Man City versus Liverpool, so one of the 2 big teams is going to go out. Then we've got Leeds versus Rotherham. Rotherham? I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but one of these 2 will go to the semi-finals. So if we can get past West Ham, we may get Leeds or them, and that would be a very good situation. Obviously Tottenham versus Derby, so it's going to be Tottenham and one of these 2 going through. But if we can get through and we get lucky and get put up against one of these 2, we could get to the final, definitely. Have to beat one of the tough teams, but if we can beat them, you know, it's just one game. Even though we've hardly beaten any of the top 6 teams, but still, it's a chance. So I'm really hoping we can beat West Ham and get lucky when it comes to, obviously, the draw. But if we go to the table right now, we are 10th currently in the table. Very nice position. I said I wanted to get to kind of halfway in the table. If we can get in the top 10, this will be an amazing season for us. A lot of progress, obviously. Last 2 seasons, we've been trying to fight against relegation. This season, looks like there's no chance of relegation. If we beat Leicester today, we could even go up into 8th position, actually. Still a little bit off the teams, you know, in the top 7, but we could definitely get to 8th if we just win this match. So Tottenham do have a couple of games in hand then, so probably won't be there for long, but still, looking good. Today we're up against Leicester, as I said before. We've beaten Leicester twice, apparently, the 2 times we played them. Now remember, Leicester did get relegated. The first season, Leicester got relegated. They came 18th, so they got relegated instead of us. So they actually went down. We still Ndidi away from them. Last season, they did get promotion back up to the Premier League once again. They came 2nd, so just came right back up, but didn't come 1st. They came 2nd. James Maddison is seen as their best player right now, only 23 years old. Okay. I mean, he's a good player, but their best player? Okay. Other than that, when it comes to transfers, let's see what they did when they came back up. They did spend a lot of money, 56 million. Obviously, they came back up to the Premier League. They have to probably spend a lot of money to try and survive. Selling, they didn't sell much. They brought in Aaron Ramsey. Really? Looks like Aaron Ramsey was their marquee sign-in. They got Mahrez back? What? They bought him back from Man City? How is he not there? He's probably better than Morrison, if you ask me. Morrison's good, but I would say Mahrez is better. But they brought him back. So he went on loan to Moscow. And he came back for only 13 million. How was I not told about this? How was I not told about this? What the... I wish I'd known about that. I would have bought him, probably. Yeah, then again, we did get Patrick Roberts on a free. For free, or spend 13 million. Actually, they're spending up to 18, potentially. I'm not sure. Maybe getting Patrick Roberts on a free is better, but still. Mahrez is probably better than, I'd say, Patrick Roberts. I'd rather have him, but for free, it's a very good thing for Patrick Roberts. Shane Duffy from Levant. Interesting. Obviously, used to be at Brighton. 8 million, 6 million. Good buy as well, potentially. Hilgermark from Aston Villa. Derrida. Okay, very interesting. But Aaron Ramsey. They brought Aaron Ramsey to Leicester. He's only 29. He's not even that old still. He's still young. How is Morrison better than Aaron Ramsey? Sorry, Maddison. Why did I say Morrison? Sorry, I'm thinking of Morrison. No, Maddison. How is Maddison better than him? I guess he is good, but I don't know. But yeah, okay. So Leicester have come back up. Even though they come back up from the Championship, they brought in some good players. They still obviously have that reputation. They won the Premier League not long ago, so their reputation's still pretty good. So you can imagine they would have bring in some good signings like Ramsey and Mahrez. Wow. Okay, this could be a tough game. Currently, at this point, Leicester are 13th, so they're having a good season. They're 3 points behind us, so it's definitely going to be a tough game. We're going to keep things most the same as it's been before. Falcao is going to play up front. Vlasic is going to play on the left side. I've not been impressed enough by Kennedy and Murphy. I feel they've both been okay, but they're both very inconsistent. So I'm going to give Vlasic a chance. He is on loan, but I want to give him a chance. You know, he is still meant to be an amazing player. So I want to give him a chance to see what he can do. This is his first time starting, so I'd like to see what he can do. Benedetti playing behind them. We got Roberts on the other side, of course. Patterson and then Didi in the midfield. Both having really good seasons so far. Really like both of them. Atakan's actually gone on the bench, so he's actually gone his way up. You know, Rouse I normally put on the bench, but I'm going to put Atakan there because when he has played, I think he's played pretty well. He obviously has very good potential, so we would like to see him get some game time. When it comes to the back four, it's the same as usual, and McCarthy in goal. McCarthy's doing really well in goal. He saved us a number of times, like in that Swansea game. I said Swansea were great the first half. Really down to him, making some amazing saves. So he is still playing ahead of Etheridge right now. I think he has actually saved us many times so far this season. Other than that, not really much else has changed. Dragovic is a bit unhappy. Sergio Rich is still unhappy. Probably will look to sell those guys, but we'll see. Let's jump into the match and see if we can get a result. Let's see what Vlasic can do. Let's see if he can be more consistent than Kennedy or Josh Murphy. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Leicester's going for a very defensive formation. They are playing away from home. Vardy's going to be playing up front. I tried so hard to bring Vardy to the club, but they want so much money for him. He would have been great. I would rather have had Vardy than Falcao, personally, just because Falcao's so old. In real life, you know, right now, in 2018, Vardy or Falcao, I probably would still want Vardy. Just because Falcao, when he came to the Premier League a couple of times, he's been not great. So that seems like a risk. While Vardy's been great in the Premier League all the time. So I guess it would seem like a risk to go for Falcao, really. But they got Mahrez back there, Ramsey. Hilgermark is also playing for them at the moment. He came from Aston Villa. Seems like a good midfielder as well. We got Firmania, Aboro, Ward back there, Benkovic, Duffy, Kenny. Okay, I think the defence is maybe slightly weaker. The midfield, I think, is pretty decent. Maybe sort of with attacking as well. But I think overall defence, if we can get through, I think Falcao, Vlasic, and Roberts could maybe make something out of this. We'll see. Let's go clear minds at this stage. Let's do it for the fans. We're at home. This team has just got promoted. Come on. We got to beat them. We got to beat them. They got relegated the first season instead of us. Now they've come back up. We can beat them. They may have spent quite a bit of money. They may have bought some great players, but we can beat them. Or at least on the same level. So it could be 50-50 either way. But they seem to be very defensive today. Maybe they feel we've been playing quite well recently. So they kind of want to play more carefully. Ailing, though, with a free kick there. We got to Ndidi, Benedetti, Patterson. Patterson, what's he going to do? He does a good ball up there to Cunningham. Can he get it to... Yep, he got it to Vlasic. Can Vlasic do something for his first start? And he almost got the ball to Falcao, but it wasn't meant to be. And, Ndidi almost making something out of that. Okay, Vlasic, you know, he got past his man. He did a good pass. It wasn't perfect. Mahrez, though, with a corner. Okay, and Vlasic heads it away, but Ramsey picks up the loose ball. Patterson gets it. He gets it to Falcao. Falcao needs support. There's a lot of Leicester players here. There you go. He gets it to Ayling. Ayling moving forward. Ooh, good hold of the ball there, but not a good pass. But Benedetti has the ball and fires it over. Okay, some good signs so far. But yeah, Vlasic, that run was okay. The ball, though, was it his fault or Falcao? Did Falcao not get the ball because he didn't work hard enough, or was the defender just happened to get it, or was the ball by Vlasic not very good? I think the ball was good. I wouldn't blame him for that. I think the defender did a good job. Patterson over free kick, and Vardy hits it away. Kenny has the ball. He hits it out, but can Ayling? Where's Ayling? Okay, there's Ayling. Ayling hits it into the centre. Mayfam gets it to Ndidi. Ayling fires a ball forward. Not great though, but Benedetti has the ball now. Ndidi. Benedetti. Okay, we got it to Roberts. Patrick Roberts with a curling effort, but not curling enough. So far, we're making some chances. Not great chances, though. They're quite far off. A lot of these chances are long shots right now. No one's really getting the ball to Falcao to slot it in, which is what I'd really want, really. But it never seems to work out like that for us. I can't seem to get that to work, I feel like. Yeah, I think if we get that to work, it would probably go well. I guess work the ball into box would probably be what I should be doing. But I feel like, you know, Roberts, Benedetti, and Vlasic, you know, our attacking players are good at attacking. Ndidi and Patterson both can score long-range goals. We've had that work out for us many times in the past. So I don't want to make my players work the ball into the box personally. Let's do it for the fans. Yep, Clements agrees with that. The players aren't that bothered. But I think morale is quite high right now. The players all support me. Morale and atmosphere and everything is pretty good at the club right now. We had a couple of wins, obviously, so far. The team is doing very well, obviously, in the league. So the players are all happy. The fans are happy. And we're playing a bit more attacking football. So I think the club is slightly more happy. Not complete attacking football, but it's a bit more, it's a bit more, obviously, to what the club and fans want. But, okay, look at so far. We should really be trying to find someone with a breakthrough. Come on. Okay, we need to change something. Something needs to break through. Falcao's not having a good game, it would seem. Ndidi has a yellow card. So I'm going to bring on Atakan for him. Atakan, how about you? You go for box? No. Patterson would be better box to box, wouldn't he? Okay, how about you going for a deep line playmaker, defend? We'll keep it like that. Other than that, the defense looking okay. I think we should take off Falcao. I don't think he's having a good game. This is obviously not his type of match. There's too many defenders. Falcao is very good and there's maybe less defenders on there. But Bobby Reed can kind of weave his way through. He's a bit faster, I think. So we'll bring him on. We'll keep our last one. I'll probably change one of our attacking midfielders unless something happens to one of our defenders. But we'll see. We need to find a way to break through. So far, not many highlights. Vlasic has been injured. That's what we've been looking for. Now, do we bring on Kennedy or Josh Murphy? I'm going to bring on Kennedy. He got a last-minute goal last time, so we'll bring him on, see if he can do it once again. And there we go. That's all I can change then. Kennedy, can he make the difference? Vlasic had an okay, first game. Wasn't great. Didn't make anything of it. He was okay at running, of course, okay at dribbling, but nothing really big happened. Looks like we might just get a boring 0-0 draw right here. And we're not getting many chances. I'm actually just going to go on attacking. I want to go a bit further forward. Our defense, though, is a little bit tired, so this seems a bit risky to me. But I feel like we need to be looking for a win here. Derrida has the ball. Could this be a... Ooh, it's not a good chance here for Leicester, but nope, they got the ball back. I thought, okay, still could be a highlight for Leicester. Ramsey fires it back to Danny. We've got 5 minutes left of this match. If they score, I'm going to be pissed because we really should have scored already by now. Really. If anyone's going to win it, it should be us. Atakan gets to the Patterson. Patterson to Benedetti. Benedetti fires a great ball up to Roberts there. He knows we'll hit those balls. Roberts in. Bobby Reed couldn't hit it in. Maybe if that was Falcao, it would have gone in. Maybe I shouldn't have changed it in the end. We got 4 minutes of added time here, but I think that's going to be the last highlight. It looks like it. Yeah, we've got 5 seconds left. I think this is going to be the end of the match. And there we go, full time, 0-0 at home against Leicester. Overall, I think we were the slightly better team. Not much in it, though. Have to give Leicester credit. They obviously came here, to try and get the point. They obviously wanted to draw. They played very defensively, and they got what they wanted. So we'll sympathise with them. Unlucky guys. Bad day at the office overall. No one could really have that spark in the last 2 games that we've had. Vlasic is out for a few days, but it shouldn't be too bad. Mahrez got man of the match. But okay, we'll be back then against West Ham, who are currently 2nd in the league, having a very good season so far. It's going to be a tough game, potentially. Tough game. And here we are with West Ham United. As I said just a few seconds ago for you guys, West Ham United are currently 2nd in the league, having a really good season. Obviously, Liverpool do have a game in hand, and I don't think at this point in time it's likely. I mean, we're 7 points behind 7th, but I don't see it very likely we're going to get into Europe through the league. I'm looking to get like a 10th position, I think, in the league table. I think our best chance to get to Europe is really through the League Cup, so I'm really hoping we can beat West Ham in the League Cup. But for now, we got to face them in the league. And what are West Ham looking like today? Why are they playing so well? Well, Pellegrini is still the manager from the beginning, so he's done a very good job for them. But the last 2 seasons, they came 15th and 14th. That's not that amazing, but suddenly this season, they're 2nd in the Premier League. If you look at their team, it doesn't look that different. You know, overall, overall, a lot of these players are players I recognise. It doesn't look that different, really. So what's Pellegrini been doing? Reece Oxford is actually their key player right now. Only 10.5 million is value? Really? He looks really good, and he's only 21. That value seems a little bit low to me, but okay. When it comes to their transfer, I see this season, they only spent 18 million, and they sold 24.5 million. Wow. So was it just that he had to get rid of the maybe bad players, the ones that maybe were having a bad effect on the team? I don't know. He brought in a few different players. Their big player this season there was Ben Pearson from Preston. He's an okay midfielder, but not a player you'd think would make a difference at West Ham, to be honest. I think he's a good player, but not maybe good enough for West Ham. Very good mentals, though. Okay. Not really sure why they're playing so well, what they've changed, but we're going to treat them like we normally would in the other teams. I actually didn't do my tactics before we came in here, actually. We're going to put Kennedy in for Vlasic, because Vlasic is just slightly out of fitness right now. He's slightly hurt. We'll just take him off a little bit. Josh Murphy on the side. That everyone else I think is okay. We're going to keep them the same. Yeah, we're going to keep everyone else the same. We'll take off Vlasic from the bench. I'll probably bring on Sergi and Rich as kind of being the backup for the centre attack there. Anyone else you could bring on? No, we're going to keep it like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do then. I'm going to keep it very similar to the last game. Let's see if this can work out. Why are you slightly low on that? You don't like that as much. Maybe just an attacking midfielder? Let's go for that. Just make him an attacking midfielder, I think. And let's jump in. I don't want him to be as much an advanced playmaker. We've got too many players that can kind of, pass the ball really well and make things up. I need someone just going on the attack there. So, Arnautovic, Despodov, Anderson, Yarmolenko, Wilshere. Okay. Yep, mostly similar to what they showed us before. Some good players there. Fabianski, obviously the former Swansea player right there. Fabianski. Such a good goalkeeper. But we are away from home. It's a big stadium, as we can see here. Let the boys go with clear minds? No. We're underdogs. Let's go cause an upset. They're doing really well this season. Let's go show them that they may be doing really well, but they're still just West Ham. And that we're not letting them get away with this. They can't break the top 6. We will be the team to break the top 6. One day. Not this year, not this day, but one day. Hopefully we can. We'll see. But let's see how this goes for us. So, currently at the moment, we're 10 minutes in, no highlights. Looking pretty even so far. That's what I mean, we keep playing okay. A lot of the time we actually play quite okay. Like, not better than the other team normally, or them much better than us, but very just 50-50 on everything. Morrison. Pass it back to McCarthy. So it usually just comes down to like a spark of, brilliance by one of the teams. Roberts, though, making a run all on his own. He obviously was not going to score. When a player does that, they don't tend to score, you find. When they usually make a long run like that, you find they don't tend to score. Right now, though, West Ham does seem to get a lot more of the possession. But Fabianski kicks it out. Diop. Can he get the ball somewhere? Okay, gets it to Yedlin. Wilshere. Anderson. West Ham just played a simple game now, but very good interception by Kennedy, but then Wilshere intercepts as well. Bad pass in there by Kennedy. He does a good job to get the ball, then a terrible pass. He ruins it. I thought it was going to be our chance for a counter-attack, but no. West Ham are now coming on the attack there. Despodov, can he make it? And a good effort there, but McCarthy manages to get himself down to the ground and sweep it away for a corner. Hopefully nothing comes from this. Okay, we got it out there. Okay, nothing came from that. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, they've had 3 shots on target out of 6. That's half of their shots. We've had none. So it sounds like they're keeping us to long-range efforts. So maybe we're getting a few shots, but they're not good. Maybe I should change something. Maybe we should try and play the ball into the box this match. Because long-range efforts maybe aren't going to work at this current point in time. What does the analysis think? What do you guys think? Work ball into box? I agree. Let's go for that then. Okay, so they agree with me, so that makes me feel like that's a good idea. We'll work the ball into the box this game. Obviously, the long-range efforts aren't having a good time. We're probably getting less shots because maybe we're only getting shots because we are doing long-range efforts. Maybe that's what's going on here. But, you know, sometimes you've got to go for quality over quantity. Sometimes that is the better thing. And since that, okay, we did get a shot and it was on target, so there you go. Maybe it is working out. We've got the half-time here. 0-0 again. Another boring draw currently so far. I mean, it might not end like that, but right now it's looking like it. We could encourage them. What should we say? I'm pleased how things are good. Yeah, we'll just keep them happy. You know, it's 0-0. West Ham are second in the league. You're doing a good job to hold them away from home, so that's good. So keep that up. Keep up this effort. A draw would actually be a good result. The start of the start of today, if you told me a 0-0 draw West Ham, I would have been happy with that because obviously they are second, though I would have obviously liked to have beaten Leicester. Patterson, though, with a free kick. Can he get it to someone? No, Yedlin has the ball. He's a fast little player, but Patterson gets the ball back. Can we get a counter-attack here? And Roberts! Oh, Roberts! That was a perfect moment. Ah. Okay, Benedetti fires a corner in, doesn't get to anyone. And Didi, though, gets it back to Benedetti. Falcao just over, apparently. He was offside. That's a shame. Damn. Okay, Roberts does not score lots of goals, but Roberts, I like his general play. That's something you got to keep in mind, guys. Maybe you don't see him score many goals. His general play is pretty good. We've got 2 yellow cards in the centre, so I feel like we should probably change one. Atakan, you're going to come on for Patterson. They're both playing about the same, but Wilfred had 1% more, but basically the same. But Ndidi can have those moments of greatness. So we'll put you on for now. Anything else? Falcao's another terrible... Look at that, 6.2. They're just getting 1 goal would make the difference. But again, I don't think he can break through. I'm going to give him 5 minutes. I'm going to give him 5 minutes. We'll give Falcao 5 minutes. Come on, Falcao. Don't have another bad season in the Premier League. Wilshere over corner. And there we go. Issa Diop has scored from the corner. That is a mighty shame right there. 1-0 to West Ham. Yep, had 3 or 4 players around him. None of them could get their heads to it. You can't really blame McCarthy for that. But we need to go for goals. I'm going to bring on Bobby Reed for Falcao. We need to get that goal. We need to get something from this match. Kennedy's not having a great game, so I'm actually going to take him off. Because we need to score. Yeah, we need to change stuff in our attacks. Let's do it. Josh Murphy coming on, inside forward. We're going to actually make Patrick Roberts. Why don't you like that? Why are you not inside forward? Oh, I've had him on... Why were you on winger that entire... Why have I had you on winger? Yeah, why... I always played you as inside forward. What am I doing today? What am I doing? Josh Murphy, you go to attack. What am I doing right now? I don't know what's been going on. Okay, and we're going to change this to... very attacking. I'm going to change... Last 20 minutes. If we lose 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, doesn't bother me. Doesn't really make a difference to us. It's not going to be the be-all and end-all. So we really just need to try and go for the equaliser here. Though I'm not sure if we're going to get it. At the moment, they've not made many changes. So his team should be slightly more tired than my attacking players. But Philip Anderson fires in. Oh, free kick. And it jumps off McCarthy's glove. It goes in the goal. Well, not much we could have done about that. Here we go. Let's watch that again. McCarthy should have had that, really. I'm disappointed in McCarthy. I've said really nice things about you. Done really well in other games. That was quite disappointing. You had your hand to it. That should have been a safe bet right there. But you deflect it into the net. Maybe it was just too powerful, the shot. Maybe you can't blame him completely. The shot was so powerful. He couldn't really push it out. Okay, Yarmolenko gets the Yedlin, could just make it 3-0, and it's 3... I made very... This is why you shouldn't always go very attacking, because sometimes this happens. Yeah. It looks as though, you know, and look at this, they're all over us now. They're all over us. 21 shots, yeah, maybe... The fact we were 0-0 at half-time was a good thing, but West Ham, you know, have had a really good season so far. It's been very impressive. I wish that could be us. Arnautovic. I like Arnautovic. And Bobby Reid has been injured. Are you kidding me right now? Bobby Reid has been injured. Great. And here we go. Patrick Roberts with a corner there. Not going to get anything. The game doesn't do stuff like that. They're not going to give us a goal here. Okay, Patrick Roberts. There we go. Full time. Wow, that was disappointing. A draw and a bad loss there, to be honest. Not good enough at all. Well, I mean, West Ham are second, so I mean, we can't really complain too much, but still, we need to beat them in the League Cup now. How am I going to beat them in the League Cup? And, okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. He's out for a few weeks, but wow, okay, that has put us down to 11th in the table. But we got many chances to make our way back up, obviously. The fixtures right now, in this month, we do have, we have Watford and we have Stoke. Both doing quite well in the league, but maybe we can get some points against them. We'll be back next time with some tough games, Arsenal and Tottenham. But I think what we'll do, we'll actually show the West Ham game, because that's a quarter-final. And those are two tough games. So I feel like what we'll do, we'll show the Tottenham game, and we'll show the West Ham game. Yeah, because that's 3 games in between, then 3 games after that until December. And what's good about that is the fact that, you know, Arsenal obviously 5th, West Ham are 2nd in the league, but Tottenham are 9th. So we're kind of getting a mid-table team at the moment, and one of the top teams at the moment in the league table. So we'll go for those two then. So we're back next time for those 2 games. The quarter-final is the big one, though. The league table, I'm not really bothered how we do so at the moment. I would like to get 10th, but if we don't, that's fine. As long as we don't get relegated, the League Cup, if we can get to that semi-final, I don't know. But yep, until next time, guys, see you then. See you next time.